Okay, so hey guys, welcome back to another Axel 72 video. Pleasure to be joined by victorious debutant Conor Thackeray today. Conor, after a show which was, close to maybe not going ahead, you managed to get your debut out of the way, and how are you feeling, man?
I feel great, I'm ecstatic right now. Get the first one out of the way. It's a long time coming, to be honest, and now obviously we put everything into practice. Didn't completely go the way that I wanted it to, but at the end of the day, it's my first one. We go back to the drawing board, we watch it, we listen, we learn, and we move on to the next one.
And before we actually speak about the fight, I suppose the whole process of getting to where you are now, how long was the whole kind of process between, thinking I'm going to go pro now and actually having this fight?
Yeah, so I was, funnily enough, the story goes where I've been kickboxing since I was 8, since the age of 8, and then I kind of a few years developed into that. I just started it for fun with a friend, and then kind of developed more of a passion for it. And as I continued, I slowly started to realise that I hated using my legs, and I had a love and passion for using my arms. So funnily enough, we made the transition to boxing in 2018. Quick little side story, not to bore you all, but we went to a local recycling site with my dad just by an off chance. Funnily enough, we were looking for a boxing club at that time, and we bumped into a good old friend of mine, my dad's old friend that he's known since a kid. They haven't seen each other for probably 40 plus years, and then we bumped into each other, and funnily enough, he's my trainer today. So yeah, the world works in mysterious ways. But yeah, since 2018, when I started boxing, I think that was really where my passion thought, we can take this all the way to the top. So here we are, made the first milestone. So yeah, long way to go, but we're getting there.
And I suppose through medicals and things like that wise, was everything kind of smooth sailing with that?
Yeah, smooth sail to an extent. It was a long process, don't get me wrong. I think there was a bit of a communication mishap, but hey, look, it's all done now, it's all out of the way. We're here now, we've got the first fight out of the way, so I'm sure from now it will be a smooth sail completely. So yeah.
Most definitely, and I suppose to an extent maybe it's a good thing that it was maybe not quite so easy, because boxing isn't always as easy as it seems, as you've experienced today. To speak about the fight, opponent came out all guns blazing to start off with, and I liked how you did reset after and didn't just try and get into a brawl with him. And I suppose game plan wise, was that what you're after?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you always have to expect the unexpected. If I'm being completely honest, I wasn't expecting him to come out guns blazing. We took the first few punches, came straight out the blocks, but we soon realised, right, head switched on from that point. It's game time, it's time to get it on, and didn't want to get involved in a scrap, to be honest. I feel like I kind of stood there and went to war a little bit too much rather than sticking to my boxing. But at the end of the day, look, it's all a lesson. We'll go back and watch it now. Obviously, I can't really remember too much, but yeah, we'll re-watch it. Go back to my gym, watch it with my coach, and we'll just go back and work on everything. So yeah.
And I suppose from what I saw from watching it, I did really like the style, and it didn't really look like an amateur style. It looked like you were willing to plant your feet when you wanted to, and you managed to keep the distance nice at times as well, and you were landing some big clean shots. And I suppose, is that power there for you?
Yeah, I think it's all about, I don't go out there swinging guns blazing, whatever you want to call it, for the power shots to get the knockout. My style is flashy, my style is stay clean, it's looking presentable, it's looking nice. It's all about, what the fans want for me personally. Some prefer people that can absolutely go out there and swing and knock out and, knock out artists, but I like to keep it nice, clean and presentable, and that's my style, and that's the one I like to present to my fans. So yeah, we're going to keep going with that, keep working on it. Funny enough, and hey, if the power comes throughout the fights, then the power comes. Like I said, it's not my focus, but yeah, we'll just see where it comes.
It's nice to hear from you that you're not somebody who, I suppose, as a prospect, is too trying to keep their O and things like that. They're going a bit too safe at times, as you sometimes see. And like you said, you want to still entertain the people that come to watch you.
Yeah, I think it's important that everyone gets vetted properly throughout the game. I mean, boxing's not a joke at the end of the day. People can get killed in this sport. Rest in peace recently to a young lad who lost his life in his debut only a month ago. I think it was a month and a half ago. Boxing's not a joke. I think it needs to be taken seriously in every single angle and every single aspect. But I think if you continue at it, keep pushing, follow your dreams, don't cheat the grind, and stick at it, then obviously you'll see results. And obviously, I think tonight we saw snippets of the results. I don't think I managed to piece it all together and completely show the performance that I wanted to get out there. But at the end of the day, I'm not complaining. I'm not happy with myself. Just a lot to go away from and learn. But yeah.
It's nice to be your toughest critic, but also at the same time you got to give yourself credit where it's deserved. And you've gone out there and you've managed to get a victory, and at the end of the day is the most important thing. And I suppose, is it nice to, and I'm sure I suppose fans will be able to tell you that it's important to keep that, like I say, mindset where it's like you're not going to give yourself that credit.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I still need to go back and watch it all to see how I actually performed. But yeah, it's nice to get the win, especially as your debut as well. I think it sets you off to a good start, and obviously it gives me a good confidence to know that what I have been working on is obviously showing out and working as well. So yeah, it's a nice result to get the win. It's a nice result.
I suppose before the fight, did you suffer anything with nerves or anything like that?
Yeah, I think that's one thing I always suffer with, always have suffered with, always will suffer with. It's part of the game, it's part of boxing. I think at the end of the day, I think the best way to look at it is, at the end of the day, you're going to go in there, you're going to end up fighting. There's no point in being scared about it. There's no point in letting the nerves get to you. You've got to learn to adapt to them. You've got to learn to work with them and use them to your advantage. You go out there, you perform. That's all you're there to do. You're not there to let the nerves get the better of you and start to become scared and you start to panic and everything goes to the ground then. So yeah, it's just about learning to adapt with them and use them to your advantage.
I appreciate your time. Just a couple more from me. Just, I suppose, obviously it's still early days for you, but what are these kind of goals that you have for the sport going into it?
Yeah, so we keep going. We're going to go all the way to the top. All the way to the top. I mean, this is just the very, very, very start. The very start. Conor Thackeray specialty. If you remember the name, you'll see it plenty around. Yeah, we're going right to the top. I think it's like I said, I know I've repeated it a few times, we go back to the drawing board, we watch it, we learn, we work, and we don't stop working until we get them things right. I'm sure I'll be stepping out again, hopefully later this year, for my second fight, and take it step by step. I'm not looking too far ahead, I take it as it comes, brick by brick, and we work off that.
Indeed, and one final one, just, supporters, fans-wise, also sponsors, things like that. Is there anything you want to shout out, promote, thank?
Yeah, of course, they always come first. I mean, to be honest, if it wasn't for my fans, my supporters, my sponsorships, I wouldn't be where I am today. I want to thank you all, my mum, my dad, all my family, my sponsorship, South Bank. Really appreciate all the help that they've all given me. My coach, Errol, everyone that came on to spar with me, that made me work, and plenty of blood, sweat and tears that we went through. But yeah, I just want to have, take my hats off and thank you all, because like I said, it wouldn't be possible without you all. Thank you guys.
Brilliant. Conor, been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, appreciate that.